So, like the universe, God, when it created creations, say on this planet, like a tree, it's an aspect of the way that it lives within the intelligence of what it does and how it operates and lives and has a consciousness and has certain aspects or traits to life. Say we could incarnate as anything. These are aspects and traits to life of intelligence. Everything's a little bit different, you know what I mean? These are aspects and intelligent traits, like how some uh, things have the adaptation to be really highly designed, like how an owl can turn its head around. You know what I mean? Anyway, that owl has an adaptation where it can do that. So it's built into what it can do and what it is. So what I'm trying to say is that everything in this life that we know that it has living life, that we know that it's living, like the trees, us, the squirrels, that is all a form of intelligence that was created from an aspect of a living source of life. So when the creation of life is like the sun, that has a lot of living aspect of energy of the source creator, you know, of what creates things, you know, and the divine goddess and things. So what I'm trying to say is that it has a cycle to it and a pattern of, if it's living life, it doesn't have to be walking because a tree is rooted to the ground and it's living. So these are physical. So everything that's a physical living organism that's on the face of this earth has a form of intelligence of how it forms a living life in adaptation to survive too, as well, and have the intelligence to survive, to keep going. So knowing the physical and what it needs to keep the nutrients going to sustain its living life, like a tree needs photosynthesis and enough rain and everything, and provided that earth would do that for it because it's growing, you know what I mean, and it's living. But isn't that something to wrap your head around? So everything that is created was a form of an aspect of an intelligence of God, the intelligence of something more vast than ourselves, that was ultimately just created itself, you know, while it's using its intelligence to orchestrate the soul. So the soul goes into these orchestraments of the physicality. So the physicality was created, but the soul came first before the physicality. So we created something in physical form to go into, like an avatar, through the soul. Now that is something that's orchestrated in a cycle of in itself, within itself, that is mixed with what everything is that we know to be true. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say, is that this is really complicated, what I'm trying to talk about. That all this is the organism of the intelligence of which created itself from itself, through itself can live these aspects of reality, like the tree, like the fox, like the raccoon, the gopher, the otter, you know, it's all these things. Like, you have to know that it has a form of intelligence to be a form of itself, to have these adaptations and ways of being. It's, you know, hard to fathom, but you know, it is what it is. It had take on the form of what it is, and then it is what it is, you know, and then this is what life is that we know to be true.